Hello everyone, this is Josie and I'm here from playfulheartmama.com, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about my most recent cleanse experience. So I'm gearing up to lead my third annual Whole Foods Spring Cleanse, which I am really excited about. But I decided that before I wanted to lead another cleanse this year, I needed to do a cleanse myself. And that was in part because last year I didn't really get to do the whole thing. I was pregnant, there was good reason, I was growing a little baby. Postpartum I had done pretty well with my eating habits and everything, but I was starting to feel like I needed to cleanse. So let me tell you first a little bit about that, about how I was feeling. So let's see, I knew that I needed to cleanse because I was tired. And I was more tired than just the normal new mom, not getting a full night kind of sleep tired. I was really exhausted, like really bone tired. And I knew that there was just something off within my physiology. And I knew that I was feeling heavy. I was feeling lethargic, like it just was a weight that didn't need to be there. And it wasn't so much a physical weight, but more of just that energetic weight. So I checked in with my doctor, and he said it would be fine for me to do a very nourishing cleanse, and I went ahead and did it. And the cleanse that I chose to do was a very traditional Ayurvedic cleanse. And I did this in part because I have seen it done before when I worked at the Maharishi Center in Lancaster, which was an Ayurvedic center. They were all about panchakarma, which is the cleanse process in Ayurveda. And it's basically designed to really go into a deep cleansing process within the 10 layers of tissue in the body. So I did my own home panchakarma, and it was great. It was wonderful. I want to tell you a little bit more about why I decided to do this cleanse. I was, like I said, feeling very heavy, feeling lethargic, and I had a little bit of food addiction going on. I was trying to supplement my energy by eating things like chocolate and black tea. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but tea, so caffeine. Sweets in general. I have a sweet tooth, and so I was really just kind of letting myself go, saying, oh, I'm breastfeeding, I can enjoy these extra calories, but the extra calories I was putting into my body were really just things that were not healthy. And I was trying to get my energy back, and it wasn't working. So I in part did this cleanse to get that energy back, and then also to break that cycle of food addiction. So those were my main reasons for cleansing, and I have to say this was my first time really doing the full-length traditional Ayurvedic cleanse. It's 10 days, and I feel fabulous. I feel absolutely refreshed. So let me tell you a little bit more about what this cleanse looks like, and then I want to talk a little bit about what the Whole Foods Spring Cleanse looks like and how I'm actually going to incorporate the two together this year. So the cleanse that I just did, like I said, was 10 days, and the first 4 days there is a process of oleation, which basically means that you're oiling the digestive tract. So you take in ghee first thing in the morning, and ghee is clarified butter, in increasing amounts. So you start with 2 tablespoons, move your way up to 8 tablespoons, and there's little tricks for taking it so that you're not just like guzzling down butter. So I would take the ghee in the morning, and then you wait for a little while until your hunger comes back. And then you eat a clean diet for those 4 days. You can do a mono diet of khichdi, which is rice and lentils and veggies, or you can just eat a whole foods based diet. And then after the 4th day, once your digestive tract is nice and lubricated, you do a castor oil purge. So I was a little nervous about this. I haven't done it before, and I, was reading about it, and people were saying, oh, castor oil is so nasty, so gross. But it really wasn't that bad. And my experience with it was that once the purge was over, the sense of lightness and clarity that I felt in my body was well worth the taste of the castor oil. And again, there are tricks to getting that castor oil down, which I will teach you. So then for the next, 6 days, you continue to follow a mono diet of khichdi, which is the rice and lentils. And this can be a little bit tedious at times, and definitely I'm on my last day today, and I'm very thankful that I get to start incorporating some other foods. Going into living foods post-cleanse and keeping that really whole foods based diet is the goal afterwards. So that's a little bit about the cleanse diet-wise, traditionally in the Ayurvedic cleanse. I've also been giving myself really luscious massages, putting lots of oil onto my skin, onto my hair, taking really hot baths to help all the toxins in the body move through. So you might be saying to yourself at this point, wow, there's a lot of oil, there's a lot of grease involved in this cleanse. That doesn't sound cleansing. But the whole purpose of this is that toxins actually bind to oil. So we take in fats in the body, and the ghee is really meant to get the toxins out of the deeper layers of tissue in your body and move them into your digestive tract. And then the castor oil purge moves them out. And then when you start eating again after that purge, and there is a process towards bringing your digestion back to its full fire, back to Agni, which you start off very slow in doing, and it's a really step-by-step guided process. And then eventually, you know, your digestive system is reset. It's like pushing the reset button, and I have to say, it's probably one of the best cleanses I've ever done, which is why I'm really excited to have done it, and now to be incorporating it into this year, 2014, Whole Foods Spring Cleanse. So, we begin in less than a month for this cleanse, and we will have some great new features this year. I'm really excited to be incorporating this traditional Ayurvedic aspect if you choose to participate in that. Otherwise, the reason I do the whole foods based cleanse is because it's really nourishing. It's really designed so that you choose the pace at which you want to go, which is important when you're cleansing because you don't want your body to be stressed out. Stress is a toxin. Why would we want that while we were cleansing? We're trying to get the stress out of our bodies. So the cleanse that I like to do and I like to lead people in is very, very supportive and nourishing. I'm also excited this year because we're going to have some great interviews with people within this community who will be talking to us about things like paleo diet, which maybe some of you have heard of, which is just another way of eating really clean and really healthy. Somebody talking to us about gluten-free diet and what that looks like and how it can be beneficial to people who maybe don't have a gluten intolerance but just want to try it. And I also have somebody coming to do an interview about healing your gut, which is something that maybe some of you have heard of and maybe a new topic for a lot of people. This idea that the gut is in some way not healed, not fully well, but an unhealed gut can cause a lot of issues, not only digestively, but within the autoimmune system. And a lot of people suffer without knowing quite why. And there's things that you can do following a very whole foods based clean diet that can actually help to improve your entire immune functioning, which to me is really exciting. So, all of that being said, I hope that you will join me for this year's Whole Foods Spring Cleanse, and I look really forward to seeing you soon.